Hey everyone, it's Chelsea with Savannah Wren Studio, and today I wanted to introduce my new lunchtime class via Zoom, which is entitled Lunchtime Refresh. This is a 20-30 minute class that you can do over your lunch hour or anytime that you need just a little bit of a break and a pause in your workday to reset and refocus before going back to your day ahead of you. So for this class, the way that I have the class structured is that we will introduce a little bit of free intuitive movement just to kind of wake up the body, get the blood flowing a little bit, especially if you've been sitting in a chair all day and haven't really had very much active movement. And then we'll do a little bit of flowing yoga poses to kind of stretch out the body, give it a nice reset before we go back to work. And then we'll end the class with a little bit of a meditation to reset and refocus the mind for the rest of the day ahead. So, to begin with, if you have the space and the room, I invite you to stand up, feet about hip width apart, maybe a little bit wider depending on what you need for your body. If standing really isn't an option, you're more than welcome to continue to sit, and you can modify the movements and the poses via your chair. And so we'll begin by just moving our body side to side, swaying back and forth, allowing our hips to release, maybe our knees and calves. And then moving the body, rocking forwards and backwards. Next, we'll move to hip circles. If you're seated in a chair, you can either move in with your torso in your chair, or continue to kind of rock in a circular motion on your chair. Otherwise, take the time to do some hip circles, whether they're small, medium, or large, whatever feels good to you in this moment. Reverse, going in the other direction. And then finding stillness once more. We're going to next do shoulder rolls. So to begin with, we'll move our shoulders up, roll them back, pinching the shoulder blades, coming down, pulling them forward, and then tucking them back up to our ears. So up, back, down, and forward. Really giving your upper body and shoulders time to release any stress or tension that you may be carrying from work or from how you were sitting at work. And reversing up, forward, down, and back. And finding stillness once more. Tuck the chin toward the chest and begin to roll your head over to the right making sure that our shoulder remains down rather than up close to our ear. Rolling the head down, tucking to the chin. Roll to the right. Tucking the chin again, over to the left. And down, over to the right. And down, and lifting the chin. Extend the arms in front of you. Wrist circles first. Rolling outward. And if you're standing, making sure that we have a little bit of bend and give in our knees as we do this. Reversing inward. And then finding stillness once more. Releasing the arms. Inhale, lifting, reaching toward the ceiling, pulling our shoulders down toward our chest. Holding, and then allowing the arms to float back down to your sides. Inhale, lift. Exhale, float the arms down. 2 more times. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Once more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Now that we're a little bit warmed up, we're going to lift the arms overhead, bringing the palms together, extending the arms over to the left. If you want, you can always bend your left arm. We're working on opening and stretching our right side body. Releasing, reaching up to the ceiling. Clasping the left arm, drawing and extending the left arm over the right side. Side stretch to the left. Lifting, extending, release, float the arms down. If you are standing, have you widen your stance just a little bit so that we're coming in to a small squat with our knees bent, tucking our tailbone underneath. We're going to lean forward, hands used for support on our thighs. If you're in a chair, you can also do a modification of this where you're coming onto the edge of your seat and leaning forward. We're just going to bring our right shoulder in, twisting, looking over our left shoulder. Releasing, coming back to center, left shoulder in, looking over the right. Releasing, returning to center, lifting the hips, straightening the knees. Bringing the feet back together. We're going to lift our arms overhead, bending the knees, rounding the spine, reaching down toward the toes for a forward fold. If you're in a chair, you can do a modification of this from a seated position. And if you happen to have any books or other props that are nearby, feel free to use them as a way to lift and bring the floor closer to you for support and stability. Lifting the chest, rolling the shoulders back, lifting the chest, broadening across, sitting up or standing up nice and tall. Bringing our legs once again wider apart. If you're standing, we're going to turn our right foot parallel, turn our left foot toward the side. So it's as if we're setting up for warrior one. Bringing our left hand onto our thigh. We're going to extend, lift and extend, and reach our right arm over to our left side. If you're in a chair, you can do this by sitting on the edge of your chair, edge of your seat. Releasing the arm, coming back to center. Turn the left foot in, right foot out. Right hand on right thigh, extend and lift the left arm toward the right side. Lift, resetting the body, turning the right foot in, walking the feet back together. Returning to mountain pose. Maybe bending your knees just a little bit, kind of waking them up, giving them a little bit of movement. Now I invite you to find a comfortable position, either sitting. If you have the space to lay down, that's fantastic. Otherwise, sitting in your chair is perfectly fine. Bringing our feet at a 90-degree angle in front of us, planting through all four corners of our feet, so you should be able to pick up and kind of wiggle your toes a little bit. Hands on your thighs. I invite you to take time for yourself to either close your eyes or soften your gaze as you turn your focus inward, bringing awareness and attention to your breath, feeling your breath as it comes in through your nose, down through your chest, filling your belly, and then returning to the space around you. If you'd like, you can place one of your hands on your belly and the other hand on your chest as a way to connect with your breath and your breath in your body. observing your breath with curiosity, noticing what it feels like to inhale through the nose. Does it feel cool or warm? Noticing the air moving into your chest and belly. Is your breath shallow or deep? Noticing the pace of your breath. Is it rapid or deep? You don't attach any judgment or expectations on your breath. Just let it flow naturally into your body and release to the space around you at its own time and pace. Turning your awareness to your heartbeat, feeling your heart beating in your chest, maybe even feeling it through your palm if your hand is on your chest. Noticing how it works in concert with your breath. Creating the seed of life, the basic level of your physical body. Noticing if there's any changes over time as you continue to breathe. And finally, sending gratitude to both your heart and your lungs for every day that you're on this earth. And when you're ready, I invite you to release your focus on your heart and your breath and begin to return to the space around you. First, by hearing the sounds of your surroundings, feeling the chair or the floor beneath you, supporting you as you work. And finally, opening your eyes and refocusing your gaze, taking in your surroundings, first by looking over to the right, scanning your surroundings, and then over to the left, scanning your surroundings again, taking in the space around you. And if you choose, I invite you to bring your hands to heart center, taking one last moment for yourself to pause, to regroup before you return to the rest of your day. I want to thank you all for being here and joining me for my first lunchtime refresh class. I will put the links for registration in the description below, so that if you are interested in joining me for a live Zoom class, you'll have the links. And as you get ready to return to work or going about the rest of your day, I want to just remind you that you are valid. Your experiences are valid. Your work is valid. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time.